The hunting horn just dropped in Monster Hunter now, and trust me, it may look simple, but this weapon has some hidden mechanics that aren't very obvious. So if you want to play it right, deal real damage, and actually support your team, keep watching. The hunting horn is a blunt weapon that can use echo waves as attacks, but it can also apply various buffs. Align the correct set of notes and play melodies that buff you and your teammates, and you're in for a good time. Okay, now let's go through the basics. As you attack with the hunting horn, you will generate notes. If you tap, you will swing the hunting horn and generate a blue note. You can loop this attack endlessly if you just keep tapping. Now if you tap and hold, you will create a red note? Wait, am I colorblind, or does that note look more yellow to you guys? Well anyways, tap and hold and your hunter will swing back the hunting horn and play a red note. If you keep holding down your finger, it will continuously play a red note until you let go. At any time, you can swipe left or right to cancel out the animation to dodge. There are actually 3 follow-ups you can do out of this move. When you simply release your finger, you will follow up with a forward slam that generates a blue note. This opens up a whole other combo route. If you tap again, your hunter will kick up the hunting horn and produce another blue note. And if you tap again, it will follow up with this huge overhead slam. After that, you can swipe up to do an echo attack finisher. This is the longest combo you can do with the hunting horn. But if you tap and hold and then swipe down, you will perform a backward slam that generates a red note. You can actually use this move to reposition yourself or dodge attacks like the longsword's Fade Slash. And then lastly, if you tap and hold and swipe up, you will do an echo attack. This is probably the most important move of the hunting horn in Monster Hunter Now. As you attack, you will generate notes that will appear in the musical staff under your HP. If you line up those notes in the correct sequence as shown here, you will automatically play a melody and get a buff. The UI will change and show the hunting horn icon to indicate that the buff is active. So it's easy to activate your buffs using the hunting horn, but the catch is only you get the buff. Now in order to share the buff to your teammates, you have to perform the echo attack. Once you perform the echo attack, your teammates will get whatever buff you have active, but they won't be getting the full effects of the buff. Now the effects of the melody buffs on your teammates will be just half of the buffs that you are getting. It's also important to note that if you are the hunting horn user, if your HP hits 0, all your teammates will lose the buff. And the same thing happens to your teammates when they cart. They will also lose the buff. Now if you've noticed, the musical staff can hold up to 4 notes, and when you use an echo attack, these notes disappear. That's because the echo attack gets additional hits depending on how many notes you have on your staff. If you have 4 notes in your musical staff, then your echo attack will deal 4 more additional hits. But if you have only 3, then it will only deal 3 additional hits. And depending on which colored notes you have, it will have different properties. Blue notes will inflict lesser damage but stronger stun values, and red notes will deal more damage. Now there are other ways to perform an echo attack. The usual way is to tap and hold and swipe up, but that's actually the longest way to do it. Another way you can do it is to tap and produce a blue note, and then you can quickly tap and hold and swipe up to do an echo attack. Or you can immediately perform the echo attack after a dodge roll. The hunting horn special move, the Magnificent Trio, starts off with your hunter swinging the horn and ends with a much stronger echo attack. It will have the same properties as the regular echo attack. It will share the buffs to your teammates, but it won't use up the notes in your musical staff. This special move will always hit 4 more times, regardless of whether you have 4 notes in stock. Lastly, you can also generate blue notes by perfect dodging, and the follow-up attack you do also produces a blue note. And that should cover all the ways you can produce notes and attack with the hunting horn. Now, I want to dive deeper into the hunting horn's melody system and how long these melody buffs actually last. For you, the hunting horn user, melody buffs last for 20 seconds, and you get their full effects. The UI will start blinking if the melody is about to expire, but you can always top it up and extend its duration by playing the same note combinations. So in theory, yes, you can keep your buffs active for the whole duration of the hunt if you master the hunting horn. If you use a regular echo attack to share the buffs to your teammates, the buff only lasts for 10 seconds, and each time you use an echo attack, it will extend its duration for 10 more seconds. But if you use the special move, the buffs will last for 20 seconds. Now each hunting horn has access to 3 songs, a double blue note melody, a double red note melody, and a third melody that always has a longer and varying note combination. Sometimes it can be a 3-note combination, and sometimes it can be a 4-note combination. These melody buffs will vary depending on which hunting horn you're using, and this opens up different kinds of playstyle for each hunting horn. The combos you'll be doing will ultimately depend on which melody your hunting horn has. So there's no one correct way to use the hunting horn. I'd also like to add the fact that echo wave attacks also apply status buildup, so attacks when generating red notes by tapping and holding will build up status, as well as the hits from the echo attack. Note that these echo attacks can also crit, so songs like the Affinity Up melody and the Elemental Value Up melody ain't too bad for the hunting horn. Other noteworthy songs for me are the Special Replenishment melody. It just increases the amount of special gauge you recover, but it's actually a good melody for support hunters, cause the more times you can activate your special move, the longer your buffs will last for your teammates. Then for solo players looking to maximize the damage of the hunting horn, well, you might want to check out the Sonic Wave melody. When you activate it, you will produce an extra sound wave hit for some extra damage. It's always a 3-note melody, so you can easily spam it over and over again for a lot of damage. There's a lot of hunting horns and melodies to try out, and I'm so excited to experiment with them all, building different hunting horns and making more fun builds. So stay tuned on this channel for more mhnow builds. There's gonna be a lot of content thanks to the new hunting horn and the new style customizations. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.